Alrighty everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're here making some more progress with the Hondas. This is the update from last video when we did the painting for the fuel tanks. Look at that, they're absolutely beautiful. Not perfect, but beautiful. We're out of paint, as you can see here. It's not quite perfect around certain little spots. We need another coat or two of paint to finish. Well, these two tanks need at least a coat because I only did 2 coats. These two I did 3 coats. I could technically do 1 more coat maybe, but I don't know, maybe not needed. I don't know, right? This is my first time painting a fuel tank. But there's still, I don't know, there's a couple little defects. I don't know. I only did 2 times to the underside, so maybe I do another time for the underside. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think I should do in the comments down below. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. If you do, leave a like and a comment and subscribe for more content Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. And I've also been able to collect our little parts here that we've painted black and just move them off to the side so they're out of the way. Our rims are technically done now. We did the 3 layers of clear coat yesterday for the secondary side, so our rims are done. The light cages here, still not perfect. Little defect there on both of them, and then there. Basically, wherever they're rubbing and sitting is wherever they're gonna lose the paint. And it's now I've got to touch up that area on both of them. But at least now the edges here are better. It's just we messed up another area. So we'll quickly get that sprayed up a little bit. These parts here are all clear coated and all done, ready to be reassembled. This is the exhaust part of the exhaust here, right? That one has the piping. This one's broken off. Got to be welded back on. I've also taped off the entirety of both exhausts and headers, getting them ready for paint. We're going to be doing the heat shielding. I've now realized I really should have painted the heat shielding first and then taped them off. Some of the paint was coming off as I was starting to tape up, so not the best situation, I'll give you that. And so we'll have to repaint some of this aluminum after, like under the tape, after we take the tape off. But that's all right. We'll get this heat shield painted, and then we'll hopefully the heat shield being painted already, and then right having another layer, hopefully we can easily tape it off and not have any issues. And we're actually gonna paint it, and then we're gonna clear coat it, and then we're gonna tape it off before untaping the aluminum and redoing it all. And then we'll tape off the heat shielding while doing the aluminum and clear coating the aluminum. So hopefully we don't have any issues going forward with the exhausts. Just possibly did it in the wrong order, and because of that I'm gonna have to spend a bit more money on paint. But you know, you live and you learn, right? We've also got the forks here. Beautiful. We're ready to clear coat. Now we only painted them yesterday. It says 24 to 48 hours to cure before you clear coat. So we're not going to be clear coating today. We're going to give more time. I think we need more clear coat on these. This one side of the front rack supports is not quite as shiny. As you see here, this side is nice and shiny. It's not perfect, but it's fine. But this side, I don't know, it's kind of grainy. It's just not quite as shiny as I'd like it to be. So we're going to do another coat of clear on this side. The paint here for the pegs, the foot pegs, is looking much better today. Like we already clear coated the top here. Well, technically that's the bottom. But and now we've got the top section completely painted here. We're ready to clear coat them. And then the racks here, right? We did the clear coating yesterday. They're looking good, and I'm very happy with the outcome. The frames are done as well. Very beautiful. Done. Ready to be reassembled. So at this point, we just need the center flip up piece for the rear rack and the secondary differential and axle. And then we got to clean the engine. We got to wash a couple parts. I'm pretty sure after that it's really just like reassembly or something like that. very close. Hopefully you all enjoyed this episode. We're gonna get the heat shielding painted black. We're gonna do some clear coating. We're gonna touch up the light cages. We're gonna clear coat our wheel spacers and our front brake hubs and get them done. Because we painted this a couple days ago. It's ready for clear coat. We did the underside yesterday, which we're not clear coating. That's on the inside. We'll clear coat it in a couple days. We did just paint the front surface of the spacers yesterday, but it was a very thin coating at the very start, so it's had over 24 hours to cure, so we'll at least clear coat them. I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, we don't have any paint for the tanks, so I'm ordering more paint. I'm getting another 3 cans so we can finish the forks and the tanks. And then I'm also gonna have to get another couple cans of black paint to finish the rear supports, the rear centerpieces. And then we'll need another can of aluminum or two to finish. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, but there was another part or two that were small. It doesn't really matter. I hope you all enjoy. Let's get straight into this time lapse. Other than that, I'm really not sure what we're gonna be doing today. We'll see. And hopefully you all enjoy, everyone. Be right back.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
All right, everyone, check this out. So we've been able to make a decent amount of progress here. We've been able to do a couple coats for the lights and everything, right? And I would say we're pretty much done for the brake cover and the wheel spacers. I did an extra little bit on the differential because why not, right? And the exhausts are looking absolutely amazing. Very happy with the outcome so far. And it's already dry to the touch. Oh my lord, it's awesome. Very happy with it. And we'll have to see how the aluminum stays, and we might have to repaint a little bit, but we still have like half a can left, so we're good on that. Mostly saved it because of the welding, and we're gonna have to sand down some of the area here where it needs to be welded, and then after the welding we'll have to paint over the weld, right? And so I saved some for that, but we might just have to get another can, not sure. We'll see what happens. We've also just organized the racks here. We got our 2 sets of racks and our 2 frames, and we took the tape off here, so freshly painted frame, and we still have the 10 amp fuse sticker. And now here we don't have a VIN plate on this one, but we do still have the ID badge here, but the tape kind of came up a little bit, so it's messed up at the bottom, but you can still see it's an atc200 ES 1984. Same thing here, right? 200 ES 1984. So there you go. Now we don't have much more to do on that. We're gonna let it dry. We're gonna let it cure a little bit longer before we do some more paint. In the meantime, oh yeah, and I stacked the rims. The rims are done. And so I took all the plastic off and stacked them up here. We're done, we're ready to go. Getting ready for the reassembly. Now for today, we're gonna be moving on to some other stuff in the meantime while we're waiting for that stuff to all dry, and we'll do some more painting in a bit. But we're gonna move on to this dead tree here. This dead tree has to be cut down. And so we're gonna cut that down. We'll use the Yamaha to then move it out to the backyard like we've done with the other crappy wood. and there's a couple others that hang out over the driveway and stuff along here. If you look here, we've got another tree here that's dead. And then here we've got these 2 or 3 little trees, and they come out over the driveway, and they're really small, right? So we're just gonna chop all 3 of them now. It's actually just 2, sorry. I thought it was 3 there, but there's actually only 2. It just splits off here. And so we'll cut those 2 down. We'll cut down this dead one and the dead one over there. We'll also cut this stump down to the ground, clean that up a little bit. And then other than that, I'm not really sure what my stepdad wants cut down here. I know he wants the branches that are hanging over the driveway cut down. But getting these branches here, right, basically these 2 and those 2, it's a bit too tall for me. I might be able to do it with a ladder. The ground isn't level here, it's a slope. And so the ladder is gonna want to slide out, right? I might be able to wedge it here. We might be able to do it, right? We'll have to see if it's safe or not, right? Not gonna risk falling off a ladder with a chainsaw, right? So we'll see what's possible there. Other than that, we're just gonna set you all up. Hopefully you all enjoyed this little time lapse, and we'll be right back, everyone.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Alrighty, everyone, check this out. So at this point, we're filling up the last bit of, I've transferred all the vinegar into my secondary bin. We're filling the last bit up with water to dilute it, get it out of here. We're gonna rinse off the parts and the bolts and whatnot that we're gonna be using. We're gonna grease them. I've got the grease right here ready to go. The other parts that have to be painted, there's a couple little things that have to be painted. We're just immediately gonna start painting them, get them done. Bolts are gonna be greased right away, ready to go. Hopefully this works. And I don't have any baking soda to stop the vinegar, so we're just gonna use the water to rinse it, and then the grease immediately and the paint immediately. Hopefully that does, right? It's stopping the oxygen. It should stop it from rusting. If not, I can always just clean the bolts again and then get baking soda, right? Not a big deal. But hopefully you enjoy. We'll set you all up for a quick time lapse. Be right back, everyone.
And hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever try.
Alrighty, everyone. Well, this is going to be the end of this clip. Hopefully you're all enjoying the video so far. We're definitely not done. A lot more to get done. I just got to talk to my stepdad tonight and figure out what trees I can cut down going up the driveway, and we'll continue doing that tomorrow in this same video, right? In the next clip. It's just, I'm done for today, right? We're going to make this a multiple day video. We've been able to take out a third set of front rack supports from the spare set of racks. An extra rear brake arm. Really didn't have to buy one. That really sucks. Wasted $50 on one. the rear rack hooks that, like, I'm not exactly sure how they hook on. I can't remember exactly, but those are for the rear rack. I know that. And then we've got the rear brake. This one seems a bit smaller. Maybe this one's technically for the front. I don't know. But we've got some brake springs and brake arms, right? Oh, well, brake mechanism. I don't know what you would call this, because this is the lever, the brake arm or lever. This, what, I don't know what the spindle, the spring, and then the wheel hub spacer. Kind of seems like they're a different size. Not really sure. I'm pretty sure I have another one in the bin inside. If not, I can ask the guy I'm trading with to get another one. They're definitely a different size. So I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. And this is the mounts, I think these are to help support something. I can't remember exactly which, but I only have one set here. Again, the other set I'm pretty sure are still in the bin inside with the other random parts. So we still got a lot of little tiny bits like that to paint, but it's not going to take very long, right? A couple coats, a couple clear, very quick and easy. Also been able to get all our bolts out of here. There's nothing left in here. Every single bolt, nut, washer, everything from both Hondas, plus any excess that was in the box. It's all here. It's all greased. And basically what I was thinking is, as this is pretty dirty grease, right? It's not perfectly washed and rinsed and greased. It was just going to take too long. So as we use the bolts, we can wipe them down and grease them properly if we want, but it's greased, right? It's not going to rust. We're ready for the build, right? Our bolts are ready for the build, and we're getting so close, right? We got frames, racks, hubs and hitches and little bits and pieces, and the engine is built and cleaned, and the other one just has to be cleaned from my understanding, and finish the second differential, paint little bits, right? Make the trade deal to get the extra stuff, and then we'll be able to put these together. We're getting so close. Hopefully you're all enjoying the video. We'll be back in a little bit, and we'll see what trees we can cut down and try and make some more progress with that with the Yamaha. Catch you in a second, everyone. Peace out. Alrighty, everyone, we're back. So check this out. We've been able to make progress yesterday with the little aluminum parts that we took out of the vinegar, right? And we put the bolts in the grease. And it's been a couple days since we've done the painting over here for the foot pegs and the forks. And so today we're going to be able to do the clear coating for them. And we're going to do another coat of aluminum for these little bits. Now that's all the painting we can do for today. I'm out of all the other paint, and we need to go buy some, so that's just not happening today. I don't have the money for all the paint. It's going to cost a couple $100, but we'll get this done. We'll get this continued on, and I've got all the parts that we've painted so far done over here, other than the fork bottoms. They're greased and in a rag inside the garage, but everything else is here, all painted, looking beautiful. And the tanks aren't done either, right? But I don't have any paint for it, so they're just sitting here where they're safe and they're not going to get hit by anything falling out of the trees. Hopefully you're all enjoying the video so far. If you are, be sure to leave a like and to comment with your favorite part. Let's get straight into this little painting time lapse, and then after that we'll take the Yamaha and the chainsaw out, and we'll do a little bit of cutting. Just a couple trees for today. Keep it simple. Hopefully you all enjoy. We'll be right back. Peace out. All right, now that we've been able to do a couple coats to all the stuff over there with the paint, we're gonna let it dry for a little bit. We're gonna do some lawn mowing, and it's time to mow the lawn here, clearly. And we'll set you all up for a little time lapse of this, of course, right? Take you along, and hopefully you enjoy. We'll be right back, everyone.
Fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Alrighty, so we got the lawn mowed. How do y'all think it looks, eh? It's not perfect, but much better than it was, eh? Holy crap. Makes a difference. Now we can, and I love the stripes. It's not, again, I'm not perfect. It's not perfect stripes, but there's a little bit of a striping going on, so I love it. I've been doing the mowing around this property since I was, oh my God, since we moved into here like over 12 years ago. I've done a lot of the mowing. So I've gotten decently good at doing the stripes. No one else can do it, but I can. But it's not perfect. We're going to get straight back into the painting now. Hopefully you enjoy. Be right back.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
All right, everyone. Well, I know that was just a really quick little time lapse, but we got the last couple of coats done for the little engine mounts and wheel spacers, brake spindle thing arms, the brake springs, and the little whatever you would call this that points at, I don't even know. It doesn't really do anything. It just kind of points down or up based on if you're pressing on the brake or not. So yeah, there you go. The foot pegs are all clear coated now. We've gone over them 3 or 4 times and they're looking really good. Very happy with that. And then we've also, whoa, shit, sorry, tripped on the tarp. Thought I was going down straight into the rock. We got the clear coat done a few times here on the forks. Now that's all we're going to be doing. I know it's not perfect. It's very thin, but the point of it is to be very thin. We don't want to add thickness to this because then it won't fit into the fork bottoms and we won't be able to put them back together, right? So yeah, all we've done is go over it a couple times with the aluminum to stop the rust, and then a couple times with the clear to get that stronger. From my understanding, again, right, comment down below if I'm wrong, let me know. From my understanding, the clear coat is like a harder version of the paint, and it protects the paint, right? So it's going to be much harder for stuff to chip through and rub through the clear coat than it would be for the paint. And so the clear coat is protecting it. And so hopefully that'll keep the aluminum there longer while it's rubbing along with the fork boots and the grease and the oil and whatnot, right? Hopefully that helps. I can't afford to have it re-chromed, and even if I could, I'm not really sure where I would do that around me. So it doesn't matter. I don't have the money. We're doing that. So, and then we still have to do the clear coating for these parts, but we're gonna leave it for a couple days to cure. I got to get a bit more black paint for that, a bit of clear coat for that. We're coming along. We're gonna set y'all up for a time lapse, and we're gonna go up and cut down some trees. I'm not exactly sure which ones yet. I'm gonna take a little break, have some breakfast, and then we'll be right back. We'll start recording up there and get some trees cut down. Hopefully you all enjoy. We'll be right back, everyone. Alrighty, everyone. Well, I was able to go to the store today and get us the clear coat or gloss paint or whatever it is for the exhausts. And I was also able to get some more black paint so that we can touch up these couple little spots on the light cages here. Basically, I put it down on the aluminum painted pallet there because of the rain and put the tarp over it. And a couple little spots had the bit of wood and paint stick into the black paint that was obviously fresh. Um, Slightly unfortunate, but obviously compared to having it all ruined by the rain, very happy with the outcome. Definitely worked. I wasn't sure if this tarp here was fully waterproof, but it worked very well, kept all the water off everything, and all our parts are ready. Now, these parts here, we just painted them, right? So they're not ready to be clear coated, and even then they're not even perfectly painted yet, right? I've only gone over everything a couple times, and these are some parts that, especially these wheel spacers, they're gonna get some decent amount of abuse. So I want to make sure they're well painted before I clear coat them, and I want to make sure they're well clear coated. And so we'll go over everything multiple times. The same damn bug just landed on me again. Go away. I blew it off one arm and then it landed on the other arm. And so, yeah, like I said, we got the exhaust here ready to be clear coated. We've got to weld the exhaust here, but that's okay, right? It's not the end of the world. The black is looking fantastic. So what I thought is, my thinking is, oh shoot, we can't clear coat it. I just realized I forgot that the black gets into here. So now we got to tape off the black and just do a tiny bit of aluminum right here, just to repaint that all those little holes. And I'd like to tape off this here because this is part of the heat shield. But if we turn it to the other side here, you'll see that you have a tab here. I don't know. Do I leave that black? Maybe, I don't know, like, to me, I think that should be aluminum right there. I think all that should be aluminum because that's the actual exhaust. Oh, man, it just looks so good. Like, I don't think it's going to change anything if I freaking try and paint it aluminum, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Shoot. I think it'd look better if it was aluminum, though, in each of these circles. I think we got to do that. I think we just have to bite the bullet and just do it, because it's only on one side anyways, right? So it's only we don't even have to do this area, right? This isn't even noticeable. We only see this side of it, right? So you don't even see it, right? It doesn't have to be painted. All we got to do is paint within these few little circles. That should only take a few seconds. We still can't clear coat it today. We got to wait for it to dry a couple days and cure before we can clear coat. That's what I've done with everything else, trying to make sure that all this lasts as long as possible, right? And we got to make sure that when it comes to curing the paint on the vehicle, on the three-wheeler, we're going to have to run it for like 10 minutes up to heat and then let it cool off, run it for 20 minutes, let it cool off, and then I think it's another 30 minutes, but at like regular using, like use it for 30 minutes properly instead of just warming it up. That's what I think I read that properly on the can. We'll have to go over it again once the time comes. But we also have something else planned today. I was able to contact someone about possibly getting a skateboard rail. So we're going to be heading out, go pick that up, and we'll be right back, everyone. See you in a bit. Alrighty, everyone, we officially own a skateboard rail. Check this out. So it's a little 6-foot skateboard rail, or he said it was 6'5", 6 feet, on whatever. We're gonna set y'all up on the camera and try and get some clips, set up a little montage. Hopefully I can get a couple board slides for y'all. Hopefully you enjoy. Be right back, everyone.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest.
All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those couple clips of me skateboarding my little brother scootering. We're gonna get to doing some paint now. We're actually gonna be doing. We're gonna undo the tape for the exhausts, and then we're gonna tape up the heat shield a little bit. We're gonna do the little bit of aluminum paint needed, and then we'll also take off the aluminum foil, the tin foil, and tape from the forks so that we can then get ready to do the red paint when that arrives in the mail. And then we're also going to be doing the last bit of black paint for our extra little pieces that we got out of the vinegar the other day. And we're going to do a little bit more aluminum for the other parts. And we're going to do a little bit more black on the light cages. So just give me a couple seconds. We'll set you all up. Hopefully you all enjoy this final time lapse. Get this, all these parts are basically going to be finished by the end of this, or nearly finished. Hopefully you enjoy. We'll be right back, everyone.
What's left, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on
All right, everyone. Well, this is going to be the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We've been able to get the exhausts painted today. All we got to do now is get the clear coat done. Now, as you will have seen in the time lapse, that took us a few tries. We taped up all the aluminum so that we could paint the heat shield black. Well, the tape, I took it off really quickly. And if I went slowly, it wasn't peeling the paint. When I went quickly, it peeled the paint. Why did I continue going quickly? Don't ask me, because I have no idea. But I screwed it up horribly. So, basically, I had to repaint the aluminum. And so I taped off the black. And then, well, what did I do? I ripped it off quickly. Why did I rip it off quickly again? And ruin the black heat shield that we just finished painting? Again, I really don't know. I really don't know. I screwed up so bad. But thankfully, we had enough aluminum to just finish doing the touch-ups and getting all the little bits and pieces touched up, right? And making it all perfect again. We lost a little bit along the edge here, right? And so it's all perfect again. And oh man. And so what we ended up doing to get this done, the best way I found to do this was I painted the aluminum, which going forward I might just pay someone to powder coat it. It might be cheaper. I've spent almost $100 on paint for the two exhausts. I probably overpainted. I don't know. But the point, it doesn't matter. It doesn't, I just want them to be good, right? The point is, what I found worked here, if you're doing this at home, right? If you're trying to follow along and you're trying to paint your exhaust, what I found worked to get this outcome with an aluminum and black heat shield without being able to take off the heat shield because the bolts are stuck. Basically, and like, look, it's not perfect, right? There's a bit of overspray there, and like there's a bit of overspray there, here, but look at it when this is how it's gonna look when it's on the machine, right? It's gonna look freaking beautiful, right? It's not perfect, but for a first try. But yeah, so what we ended up doing, what I found worked, what we'll do next time is you painted all aluminum, right? It's all painted aluminum. You're ready for the heat shield, right? What you're gonna do is you're gonna stuff paper towel in this hole, make sure that it's perfect, right? In each hole. Then you're gonna take saran wrap or a towel and you're gonna line it up along here. Now what you wanna do is you want it to sit like this. That way the towel drapes over that side and falls down, right? As it falls down, what you're gonna do is you're gonna paint it from this angle, right? Like we're looking at it now, right? We're painting from this angle, and you're gonna paint past the cloth onto the metal. That way you don't have overspray here, which if you look here, perfect. No overspray, right? So exactly, just like I said, right? Sit it like this, towel over it, and then paint it, right? Paint it downward towards the ground over the rag. And basically in doing so, oh, that's backwards. Basically in doing so, we were able to get this done, right? Oh, I just noticed a bit of the aluminum is missing there. No, the tape. When did I... That's okay, I'll touch that up, but... Literally, I'll just paint my finger for that part and then clear coat over it. Basically, yeah, you put cling wrap. For this part, you just wrap it in cling wrap and then paper towels all the way around the edge here. Wrap this in cling wrap, right? Paper towels all around here. Pretty simple, doesn't take very long. Just make sure that the paper towel or the saran wrap, sorry, actually goes all the way to that bolt, and then your paper towel covers over that, and you have paper towel going up to the bolt on the other side, or saran wrap, something. Just don't use tape that might peel it off afterwards if you peel it off too quickly, or just take your time peeling off the tape. You might be fine. Now we also we moved some of our parts over here because they're done being painted, and then we were able to unwrap the forks here. So now we can do the red. We just need to wait for the order, right? I haven't ordered it yet, but we'll be getting it very soon. Honestly, it's probably started July, so sorry, not exactly soon. But we'll see. We finished the aluminum painting for all these little parts. Now we just got to clear coat them all. And then we also did a nice little finish spray for the light cages, made sure they're absolutely perfect. I noticed that there was actually a bit of red overspray from when we were doing the tanks right there, and we had them being painted here. So yeah, I repainted them all a little bit. And then we also got our little extra bits and pieces here, closer to being done. Not perfect, but we got the tops done. And right, this side of the pieces has been done, right? We still got to flip them over. But for the first day, not too shabby. Very happy with the outcome of how this is going. And hopefully you've all enjoyed. Hopefully you all enjoyed the little bit of skateboarding. We'll definitely be doing a bit more skateboarding in the upcoming videos. You know, just a little bit more, you know, a couple clips here and there. Nothing crazy. It's just a personal thing that I really enjoy and like to share every so often, mostly for my future self and for my family that watch along. Thank you to everyone in my family that does. And well, I think this is gonna be the end of this video. I think this is the end. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like and a comment with your favorite part. Consider subscribing for more content Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, everyone.